A very good evening to all our viewers who have joined us for this match between Saipem taking on the Desert Raiders in KCC FRiENDi Mobile T20 Elite Championship 2nd edition. We're live here from Sulaibiya Cricket Ground and we have the two officials walking onto the crease. And the news from the centre is that Saipem, they have won the toss and have elected to bat first. Certainly, the weather out there is beautiful for a batting condition. And let's have a quick look at the playing 11 for both the teams. For the Desert Raiders, we have the captain Sadiq Qasim, Shirjil Tahil, who's the wicket keeper, Amir Javed, Ashin Sangeet, Ilyas Ahmed, Mohammad Hassan Arif, Mohammad Kashif, Nabil Abdul, Pradeep Vasanta, Ravindu Sanjeeva, and Vidangama Arshanigi. Sasanka, which we lovingly call him. For the Saipem, we have Shiraz Khan, the captain, Yedla Shrikar Reddy, the wicket-keeper, Jumin Joseph, Mohammad Farooq, Mohammad Shafiq, Mohammad Rizwan, Prabhosh Lal, Pramod Varghese, Saad bin Sajjad, Shafir, and Stanley Sherian. It will be interesting to see from the Saipem perspective what can they get in the 20 overs. Certainly they will look to make the best use of the 6 overs in play that we'll be having. The batting power play, which we call, we have only 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle during this time. We'll have to wait and watch out for this match, how it goes. In perspective for Saipem, they have recently won against CECC, the Selinko Express. They won this match handsomely by 33 runs. So they've played 3 matches so far. They've won 2. They've lost just 1. And for the Desert Raiders, they've played just a match, which was unfortunately a draw due to the rain that we had over the past week. 9th January against the Kuwait Swedish. They'll be looking to make some mark here. Are the Desert Raider players. Second match, everyone in enthusiasm. So we have the talented batter Farooq. He is the danger man out there for the Saipem. And Desert Raiders will look to pick up his wicket as soon as possible. Ilyas is the man who has the ball in hand. The 2 officials for today, Mr. Khalid Shakil, the umpire, who's the officiating end right now, and assisting him is Zaid Usman, the most experienced umpire that we have in the umpires panel. 27 years of his dedicated service to Kuwait cricket. What an asset he has been to Kuwait cricket. And Mr. Khalid Shakil says play, and here Ilyas with ball number 1. He let it go, begins off with a wide. Not a good start. Or not a way that he would have expected. So the field for Farooq is, there is a long on in place. And especially the way he likes to pull the ball on the onside. And there's also a deep mid wicket. So protection on the onside. And that goes flying. Definitely that would be a boundary. Let's wait for the umpire's confirmation. Yes, 1 bounce. So he's a very hard striker of the ball, is Farooq. Anything in his arc or outside the off stump, he will whack his bat. So good way to begin for Farooq. The first legal delivery. 4 runs on the board. With the wide, it makes it 5. Similar place. Definitely that's going to be racing to the boundary as well. So he's slicing the ball hard. Not intended to where he wanted the ball to go. But nevertheless, he gets back-to-back boundaries is Farouk. With the angle that Ilyas has and the ball going away from Farouk, it would make all sense. They make that adjustment in the field. They should definitely have a backward point. Yes, a fielder been dropped back. Let's wait. There's still some discussion going on the field. They decide to cancel it. They'll have the same field, one at the long on and the other at deep mid wicket. Ball shot. That's a good shot. There was no one behind. That's 6. So what a way for Farouk. 4-4-6. 15 runs on the board, and certainly Ilyas under pressure. So the fielder from deep mid wicket is brought back into the 30-yard circle. And we see the third man going in the deep. You got to change his angle, ball around the wicket to Farouk. The long on is pushed now to the cow corner region. That's a better delivery. You cannot give width on offer to Farouk. And as well as bowling short to him means that you are under danger, because he's a great puller of the ball. He's played for the national side, has a lot of experience, and Saipem would be looking to rely on him to get them at the start. He's done his job well. He needs to continue. Good stroke down the ground. Boundary for sure. No one back there. And what an over this has been for the Saipem. 18 runs on the board. With the wide, it's a 19. And Farouk has raced on to 18 with just 5 deliveries. He was unfortunate during the match against Sulaibiya Express. Got out on a duck. And here he is again. That's in the air. The fielder at long on will only watch it go. So what an over this has been for the Saipem and Farouk. 25 runs in the first over itself, and pressure definitely on the Desert Raiders. And as I said, he missed out on in the match between the Sulaibiya Express, was given LBW on the first ball itself, and what a way this has been for him today. So the captain of Desert Raiders, Sadiq Qasim, will have some thinking to do. Not a start that he would have expected from Ilyas. We got to continue. We got to put the pass behind that first over and look to bounce back. It's just the second game for them, or the first game that they are playing. The first one was washed out. So So for ready, we have a man on the long in the long off region. And a deep mid wicket. So one fielder on the off, one fielder on the on. Let's see who has the bowler. So Nabil, the new bowler coming from the garden end. So spin been introduced by Shakil from the other end. They certainly know that Farouk likes pace on the bat, and with the power that he has, it was just flying all the way. This is going to be interesting. The left-handed spinner, Nabil, up against Farouk. So, on behalf of the KCC board, we would like to sincerely thank our principal sponsors and partners at KCC for the ongoing domestic and international cricket season 2022 and 2023. FRiENDi Mobile, the title sponsor and naming rights partner for the Kuwait national men's team and KCC domestic tournaments men's category. MEC Study Group, juniors cricket principal sponsor, Kuwait Swedish logistics and cleaning service partner. Al Hafiz Company, Print Solutions partner. T10 Sports, official clothing and kitting partner for the Kuwait national teams. Grand Hyper, food and beverage and refreshments partner. And Crix Lab, digital and tech partner. So far it's been a good over. Just the 2 runs in the 3 deliveries. One has a leg by and the other has a wide. That's wide number 2. So Farouk has been kept quiet in the first 2 deliveries that he's faced. They would not try to offer any ball in the good length region or anything outside off to him. Wide again, good leave by Farouk. Tried to hit it hard, couldn't get underneath the ball. Will be disappointed. So what a good comeback by Nabil, negating the impact of Ilyas. He's conceding 25 runs. Except for these wides, he's bowled 5 good deliveries to both these batters, Reddy and Farouk. He's got a ball to finish off this over. Does well the fielder at point. So 29 it will be to end over number 2 for the Saipem. Certainly change in bowling. We have Pradeep who's replaced Ilyas from the road end and looks like spin from both the ends. Been introduced by Shakil, the captain of Desert Raiders. Beg your pardon, Sadiq Qasim it is. Slow delivery. He played it too late. There was a chance at backward point. It goes down begging. He was napping. Reacted very late, and I would say that's certainly a life for Reddy who survives. And will it prove to be costly? We'll have to wait as the innings progress. Pradeep missed out on that chance. A good shot from Farooq. Played it in the gap between point and cover. Will it have all the legs? No, it doesn't. They will get 2 runs. So Farooq missing the pace on his bat. And clearly you can see the adjustments he's had to make. Field changes. They've dropped back the mid-off to long-off. And the cow corner fielder stays intact. They have now more protection on the offside. With backward point coming in. And a good delivery from Pradeep. Fuller. No chance for Farooq whatsoever. Just 3 runs off the 4 deliveries. What can Farooq do here? Just get a 1 chance at the non-striker's end. The throw was completely wide. So a dot to end over number 3. Saipem 33 for no loss. So Nabil to continue from the garden end. He bowled decently in the first over. Missed out on that one. Is Farooq. He played it way too early. And coming back 3 runs off his first over. And Pradeep and Nabil bringing back their team into this match. Or inside the 6 overs of play. Fuller delivery in the air. The fielder at mid-wicket should be interested but falls in no man's land. Couldn't get the elevation. He got the elevation but not the distance. Is Farooq. Luckily he survives. A meter here left or right. Both the fielders steaming in from mid-on and mid-wicket. Could have had some chance, but here is Reddy. Just the run so far, the 4 deliveries. What a comeback by both these bowlers, Pradeep and Nabil. They've pulled back the flow of the runs from the ball of Ilyas. 25 runs in the first over. And after that, we've just seen 9 runs in the next 2.4 deliveries. Or you can say the next 16 deliveries. 2 more balls to go in this over. Can Nabil contain it? It's a good delivery. Very well indeed. So spin working for the Desert Raiders, at least in the 3 overs that we've seen. Saipem have not made use of the fielding restrictions. And good effort from the point fielder. Once again, there was a chance at the striker's end. Nonetheless, end of over number 4. Saipem 34 for no loss. So Pradeep has 2 men in the deep, long off and a cow corner for Farooq. And that's a good shot. Up in the air, the fielder at long off interested. Will he take it? Yes, he does. So Pradeep gets the wicket of Farooq. The important man for Saipem departs. He goes on a well played 28 of 17 deliveries. We will remember the firework that he did in the first over. But since then, he's been kept quiet and the pressure was definitely on him. So, first blood drawn of the Saipem batters. Pradeep is the man. FRiENdi is the new man who will be replacing him. Captain of Desert Raiders certainly was very happy after that wicket. Sadiq Kasim. Never seen him so excited and so happy ever before. But that wicket certainly was a relief to the Desert Raiders players as well as the bowlers, especially to Ilyas. Will he be brought back into the attack? Certainly he should be. Slower delivery outfoxed even the wicket keeper. Was eventually given as a wide. The current run rate 8.40. Again slower in the air. Stanley Sherian missing to read it. He did well to keep his back foot inside, the back leg inside the crease. So there was definitely a chance there for stumping. What a delivery this champ is bowling, Pradeep. The batters are not being able to read him. Just a run in the 4 deliveries that he's bowled. with the prized wicket of Farouk. Stanley Sherian would look to see off Pradeep and build up a strategy with Reddy, who's at the other end. He's faced 7 deliveries, just scored a run. So end of over number 5, Saipem 35 for the loss of 1 wicket. So Nabil been asked to continue from the garden end. He's been good, and that's a good shot off the back foot. Sliced it hard. Will it go all the way? Yes, it does, for a boundary. There was a good gap between point and backward point, and Reddy making good use of it. So positive start to this over. Will give Reddy some confidence. A good delivery to come back from Nabil. Straight and full. A good shot, but protection in the form of a mid-on. So what a comeback, I would say, from the Desert Raiders after that all-explosive over. 25 runs of it, and since then it's just been 14 runs of the next 5 overs, we can say. With 2 deliveries still to go in this over, after which it would be the end of the power play. We certainly expected good fireworks to continue from Farouk and well supported by Reddy, but it has not been materialized thanks to the exception bowling from both the ends by these spinners. That's definitely going to be 4. Yes, 1 bounce. So Reddy managing to get the 4 before the end of this power play with just a delivery to go. And they raced on to 43 runs. A decent start to the innings, I would say, from the Saipem batters. The captain Sadiq Kasim having a word with Nabil. And here we are for the final delivery of the power play. Both straight. So end of over number 6. Saipem 43 for the loss of 1 wicket. And rightly so, both these bowlers should be continuing to bowl from the other ends, from the opposite ends, and we are Here after the power play. Not the start, or not the way Saipem would have expected it to go after the first over. Nonetheless, it's up to Sherian and Reddy to continue from here on. And Sherian has looked to struggle across against Pradeep. He's not been able to read the ball. He's faced 7 deliveries so far without getting a run. And the field set up for him is also a packed offside field with deep cover. It's also long off with the third man in place. So he gets off mark, is Sherian, and this will give a sigh of relief on him. After facing 9 deliveries, he's managed to get that run, and hopefully for Saipem, he moves with much pace from here on. And that's a good shot, but the chance goes down begging once again at backward point, and Reddy is having his day. 2 drop catches, same fielder in the same fielding position at backward point. Earlier he was caught napping, and now he's not too athletic enough to reach to that ball. So what a good over again from Pradeep. Just 3 runs. End of over number 7. Saipem 46 for 1. So change in bowling. Nabil has been asked to rest, and Hasin Sangeet is the new bowler replacing him from the garden end. Nabil made an impact from this end, so now all eyes on Hasin Sangeet to continue or improve to what Nabil has left for him from this end, and he'll be bowling to Sherian, who's looked to struggle so far. 10 runs, 10 deliveries faced. He just scored 2 runs. Starts off with a wide, similar to what Ilyas had bowled wide, and then he was gone bang bang all over the place by Farooq. I still miss his batting. I still want to see him scoring those 50s. More than that is Farooq. He's not been lucky in the 3 matches that he's played. He's trying to come back for a second. Yes, he would. The fielder at deep cover was slightly slow to begin, eventually letting Sherian come back on strike. You get two again. Played it on the back foot, but most important in the gap between the back foot point and point. So 5 runs off the first 2 deliveries. He's bowling short, allowing Sherian to play it on the back foot. This will definitely be 4. Yes. There was great timing on that ball. And certainly not a good line nor a length from Haseen Sangeet, allowing Sherian to release that pressure off his back. He's moved on to 10 runs in the 13 deliveries. So some positive things for him here. And a very good over this for Saipem. 9 runs in the 3 deliveries. So the deep cover fielder is now moved slightly towards his left, courtesy that boundary off the bat of Sherian. And the other fielders, we have the deep square leg, deep mid wicket, a long off and a long on. Shot up in the air. Difficult for the fielder from deep square leg. He cannot get it, and that's a boundary. 1 bounce. He's just short of that boundary line, or it could have been a 6. But nonetheless, what an over once again for Saipem. 13 runs with a delivery to go. So Haseen spoiling all the good work done by his colleagues Nabil and Pradeep to contain those runs. And he's allowed to Sherian to get back into his form. Here we are for the final delivery of ball number 8, of over number 8. Slow delivery. For a dot. So end of over number 8. Saipem 59 for 1. So another change in bowling. Sasanka is the new bowler replacing Pradeep. That's an appeal. He's pleading. There was height. Certainly height involved. So good shot in the gap. The fielder at deep cover manages to cover the ground quickly. They wanted to come back for the second. Good work in the deep, well applauded by the captains. Sadiq Qasim, he knows the importance of each and every run of the batter of the Saipem batters. So they've been having troubles against spins, certainly not been able to get the flow of runs as expected. And pace is what both these batters have liked. First in the form of Ilyas and then Seen. On the back foot. Not been able to pierce that gap. Straight to the point fielder. So just a run in the 5 deliveries. A good one from Sasanka. He's got to re-bowl that. The current run rate now dipping well below 7, 6.91 it is. And the partnership 24 runs of 28 deliveries. Short. He missed out on that one, Sherian. So end of over number 9, Saipem 61 for the loss of 1 wicket. Another change in bowling. Kashif is the new man, replacing Haseen. And what a shot this from Reddy with confidence. But will it be taken? Yes, it has been taken. Let's wait for the umpires. Yes, that's a wicket. It was a good shot from Reddy. But well done in the deep by the fielder who dived towards his right and managed to hold on to the ball. So wicket number 2 falls for Saipem. And it's Reddy who walks back to the pavilion. It's Sharif, the new batter, onto the crease, replacing Reddy. And it's the captain himself. He's off the mark now after facing three deliveries. So what a good ball. What good bowling from Kashif. Spin is working for from both ends for the Desert Raiders. Is that a wicket? Yes, that's been bowled. So 2 wickets in this over for Kashif. And he's managed to get his team back into this game. 3 wickets down are Saipem. And Shiraz, the captain at the non-strikers end, certainly not happy. So what a comeback for the Desert Raiders, and it's Shafir Ali, the new batter, onto the crease, and he'll be looking to get the partnership with his captain Shiraz, and they desperately need one out there in the middle. What a good over this from Kashif, and the ball is spinning. You could see the spin on that ball. So end of over number 10. We are halfway through the innings for Saipem. They managed to get 63 runs on board after losing 3 wickets, which are Farouk, Reddy and Sherian. Both these batters out there in the dugout right now watching the team. Shafir Ali and the captain Shiraz. High expectations from both these batters. Sasanka, the man to continue. Running hard, trying to come for a second. Misfield from the fielder. He couldn't collect the ball cleanly, eventually allowing Ali to come back on the strike. So 2 runs of the first delivery. There's protection. He'll only manage to get a 1. So they need to rotate strike, not consume too many dot deliveries. They at least need to get 150 to 160 on board if they have to defend that total against the Desert Raiders, who possess good batting lineup. The top order is strong as well as is the middle order. But this is the game of T20 cricket. It's a matter of good deliveries. You fire that one in. A very good over, just 4 runs off the 4 deliveries, and certainly spin working as I keep mentioning. The Saipem batters have only managed to score when it's pace on offer. So, to the end of 11 overs, Saipem 69 for the loss of 3 wickets. So, Kashif, the man who picked up the 2 batters, Reddy and Sherian, has been asked to continue from the garden end. Shiraz holds the key here for his team, and Desert Raiders know it perfectly. If they manage to get him, then it's serious trouble for the Saipem bowlers, batters. Try to be cheeky. Lee there. Play and a miss. The ball is running towards the boundary. Will it go all the way? Just short. They managed to come back for the third. It's in the form of buys. On the back foot, straight towards the bowler. So just 3 runs. Beg your pardon. 4 runs off this over. With 2 more deliveries to go, and it's Shiraz who's at the crease. Again on the back foot, but the fielder at short cover will take it cleanly. So it will be a run to end over number 12. Saipem 74 for the loss of 1 wicket. So Sasanka the man, He's kept things tight from the other end. So credit to both the bowlers, Kashif and Sasanka. So also with Nabil and Pradeep. The four bowlers who have not allowed Saipem to get a move on here in this innings. Tossed up in the air, missed it, and that's certainly wicket. He was too late, Ali, to get his feet in the side the line, and there was no hesitation whatsoever for the umpire, Zaid Usman. So wicket number 4 departs for Saipem, and Sasanka gets his first wicket. So the new batter, Joseph, he'll have a task at hand with his captain, Shiraz. As I keep mentioning, they need a partnership going out there in the middle. It's not happening for these Saipem batters. An appeal. So what a good over, what a good over. Just a run as well as a wicket. That's surely got to be a re-bowl for Sasanka. He's doing it so well, there was no need for that delivery whatsoever. They want to come back for the second. One run it will be. So end of over number 13. Saipem 77 for the loss of 4 wickets. So Kashif from the road end, garden end. So there are plenty of field changes happening out there. So we have 2 men on the offside. One at deep cover. The other at deep extra cover. As well as we have a deep mid wicket and a deep square leg. Long off also in place. A risky run, well sent by Shiraz. A wild swing, completely missed this Joseph. The ball is running away towards the boundary. Don't think it has all the legs to go. And Shiraz coming back for the third. That's good running from both these batters. You got to compliment Shiraz. He needs those runs on the board. He must be aware on the batting lineup of the Desert Raiders, and he knows that they're not in a good position to get to 150 or a 160. We'll have just 6 overs after these 3 deliveries. So 39 deliveries still left in this innings. On the back foot, he will just get a run and he will keep strike. So what an over from Kashif. 4 runs, 3 leg buys. So he's bowling well. Saipem, end of 14 overs. They're 81 for 4. Wild swing by Shiraz. There was an appeal for stumping from the keeper to the vigilant umpire, Zayed Usman. And Shiraz did well to get the back foot inside the crease. Not been able to find these boundaries. Certainly looks like it has been dried up in the last 4 or 5 overs. They're only managing to get 1, 2s, 3s also through the form of buys. And that's a good shot. That's 6 from the moment it left his bat. And Joseph now has had enough. He faced 8 deliveries. 7 earlier before this shot, and this will give them some confidence, also some confidence even to Shiraz. He's managing to hold on from the other end. The projected score is 122. Certainly, Saipem would look to get more than that. 140, I believe, in the next 33 deliveries. We'll have to wait. A couple of good deliveries from the Desert Raiders. The good wicket-taking deliveries can dent the hopes of the Saipem batters. This over has gone for 8 runs, And we still have two more deliveries of play. He's bowling it short. He was lucky there. It's Sasanka. Shiraz couldn't get the elevation in the distance. So 9 runs. Joseph now looking dangerous. Slower in the air, good shot on the offside. The fielder at deep cover has a lot of work to do. He cannot prevent that boundary. So they'll finish off this over on a high. 13 runs of it. So end of over number 15. Saipem move on to 94 for the loss of 4 wickets. So Ilyas, the man who was very expensive in the first over and gave the momentum to the Saipem batters and especially to Farooq, is now brought back into the attack for a second spell. And he's coming from the garden end to the captain Shiraz from Saipem. Banged in short. The fielder at short cover, protected just for a 1. So certainly that over from Sasanka would have given the momentum to the Saipem batters to go the ante in the final 5 overs, or we can say in the final 29 deliveries of play. If they get 50 runs in the 5 overs, they can get to the 150 mark. Slower delivery, played it way too early is Joseph, and Ilyas gets the first wicket. Soft dismissal, I would say. Joseph back into the dugout. Wicket number 5 falls for Saipem. Shafiq, the new batter, onto the crease. A direct throw could have been a chance. Shafiq was a bit too late. And now all up to the captain, Shiraz, who's out there 10 of 10. He'll be the difference to what it makes to 150 and a 130. With the way they are going, it's 130. And if Shiraz decides to fire, it's surely 150. So that's a warning. The first warning given to Ilyas for running on the danger end, or the danger zone, that I would say. A good shot between the back foot point and point. That's 4. No need to run for that. Good timing and good placement from Shafiq. So he's shown that he too can bat. Definitely has the power. And he'll be looking to help his captain to post that required total, so that they have something for their bowlers to come back and defend it. And that's a wicket. So wicket number 6 falls, and Shafiq certainly is disappointed, and you could see also on the face of Shiraz, or the body language of Shiraz, his head was down, his shoulders dropped. He knows that now they are in a big trouble. It's the end of over number 16. Saipem 101 for 6. So new batter Pramod Varghese. He's come out to the middle. The departure of Shafiq. So the current run rate 6.31 and the projected score around 130. And Pradeep, to finish off his final spell, the final over of his spell, starts off with a wide. So bonus runs. These extras certainly would be bonus for the Saipem. They have not had a good total on the board. And all of this now from here on will help them. He's not bowling into the arc of Shiraz. He kept it short and kept it slow. So good strategy, good tactic by these spinners of Desert Raiders. You got to give them full credit for the way they have bowled. So, except what I said in the initial innings, the fielder at backward point, those two drop catches. But since then, good fielding on display by the Desert Raiders. They've been steaming in hard, trying to protect that boundary, not trying to give that easy single. So things have been better after the 6 overs for the Desert Raiders in terms of their fielding efforts. Slower delivery, wide. A good decision, I would say. Again, a slow delivery, even outfoxed the wicket keeper. So 5 runs of the 5 deliveries for Pradeep, courtesy those 2 wides. And Shiraz certainly having some word with his partner Pramod. He would look to get a boundary or a 6 here. Certainly the message is clear. And that's what I mentioned. He will get that boundary. He had to go for one. So Saipem, end of 17 overs, 110 for the loss of 6 wickets. It's going to be interesting. The final 3 deliveries, 3 overs of this over. Dear viewers, what a match and what exceptional display of performance from the Desert Raiders. All eyes on the captain, Shiraz. And Ilyas will continue. Is that gonna be a while? We'll have to wait for the confirmation. No, certainly brushed off. He had some edge to it. So Shiraz starts this over off with a boundary. And he'll be the man here. And as I kept mentioning, he's the difference between that 130 and a 150 for Saipem. If he manages to stay on till the end of this innings, he can power a steam to that 145 or a 150 mark. A good shot down the ground. The fielder had long off. Keep it just to a 1. The task for Pramod is very simple. If you find that delivery that you could go for, just get the maximum out of it. And if not, you got to have bat to ball and get the strike. Back on to Shiraz. Here he is. Ilyas, ball number 3. And Pramod Varghese getting the shot. Not very intended to, but it is racing for the boundary. The keeper managed to do well. He raced off, and Shiraz, what good running, exceptional running. 3 runs taken. He's panting for his breath there, but he knows the importance of him being there in the middle and him getting most of the strike in the remaining 15 deliveries. Took it on the full. He'll only get that 1. So it's been a good over. 9 runs of the 4 deliveries with 2 more balls to go. And Pramod Varghese has all the license. There he is, Shiraz, giving him that advice. Being an all-rounder himself, knows the bowlers' plans. The current run rate 6.74. Play and a miss, the keeper as well. So he'll go all out on this delivery is Pramod Varghese. And certainly the field being set up respectively for that. The long off, long on in place. There is a deep mid wicket. Man at deep cover. And a deep square leg. Shot down the ground. The long off fielder should prevent it from going for a boundary. He does well. 2 runs in the end for Saipem. They move to 121 after the end of 18 overs. And more important for them, Shiraz will have them strike back. So Kashif to bowl over number 19. This would be an important over in this innings. And Shiraz tried to heave it over the cover fielder. He looked to attack, definitely for sure. But it will not be that easy. Kashif has done well. Just 5 runs in the 3 overs that he's bowled. And 7 runs now in 3.1 overs. And picking up those 2 important wickets. It's going to be an interesting contest here between the bat and ball. Shiraz from one end and Kashif from the other. He's not getting that timing correct. They're coming back for the second, a risky one. He dives. What an effort by Shiraz. A direct throw could have been difficult. And everyone applauding his efforts from the dugout. He looks to be in some sort of pain. All the fielders surrounding him. We have a halt in play. Managed to recover from that dive that he'd put in. What an effort. What a man this person is. Shiraz. All out for his team. 5 runs in the first 3 deliveries from Shiraz. And Pramod tried to go over the long on fielder. Lucky for him, just fell short. Or he could have also seen his back in the dugout. So 2 more deliveries for Shiraz to make an impact in this over. It's been a good one from the perspective of the Desert Raiders. In the block hole, the good field placement. The extra cover fielder placed perfectly in that position. The partnership 24 runs and 17 deliveries. And what a shot. Will it go all the way? 1 bounce for a boundary. So they get that boundary at the end of this over. And they move on to 131 with an over to go. Certainly they will look to get to 140 or 145 if they manage to get the better of Ilyas in this over. So Ilyas has the ball in hand and he's coming in for the final over of this innings. And looks like, is it a no ball? We see the hand raised. Yes, that's a no ball. So Ilyas, and a boundary as well. So not a good start to the over from Ilyas. 5 runs. Not a legal delivery. Yes, Mr. Zayed Usman. He is vigilant. 27 years of experience, as I just mentioned earlier in the start of the innings. And a complete license for Pramod. Free hit on offer. There can be no changes to the field. He get just a single. So not made much use of that free hit. But more important, he's bought Shiraz on strike. They get to 137. They look to get 13 runs in the next 5 deliveries to have that 150. Psychologically, it's a good total from what they were inside the 10 overs. Down the ground, the long on fielder. You'll keep it just for a 1. The partnership 34, 21 deliveries. And Pramod Varghese down the ground. That's maximum. What a shot that was from Pramod Varghese. Certainly will be applauded by his captain. So Ilyas very expensive in this match. 56 runs. He picked up 2 wickets though. But the run column is not what he would be happy with. And he still has 3 more deliveries to go before the end of this innings for Saipem. So 144, just 6 more runs and they get to 150. 2 good strikes can also get them to 160. And near to 160. Banged in short. Shiraz will run. They'll sneak in a bye. Surely Shiraz had to be on strike for that final delivery. And Saipem 145 after 19.5 overs. A good recovery from the point they were inside after the end of the 10 overs. Since then, good batting display from Shiraz and well supported by Pramod. 22 of 13. And what a placement on the knees behind square. So a boundary to end the innings. Saipem after the end of 20 overs, they're 149 for 6. And Desert Raiders, when they come to bat, they need 150 in their allotted 20 overs. Have a look at the batting summary, dear viewers. Mohammad Farooq gave them the start. Steamed Ilyas to 25 in the first over, but eventually he departed for 28. And then you have Reddy, got some good strike, 11. Stanley Sherian did not look comfortable. Start from the innings, 14 of 20. Shiraz, the captain, 30 of 31. A steady innings, held on from one end. And Sharif, not much impact, 5. Jomin Joseph, 12. Shafiq, 5. And in the end, Pramod Varghese, the 22 runs, dear viewers, would be handy in just 13 deliveries. Also, you'll have to have a look at the extras. 19 extras given by the Desert Raiders. The bowling summary, Ilyas Ahmed, very expensive, 60 in the 4 overs, picking up 2 wickets. Nabil, 3 overs for him, 12 runs. Pradeep, 17 runs, picked up a wicket in his 4 overs. Asin, 13 runs, again expensive. Sasanka, 24 runs of the 4 overs with a 1 wicket. And Kashif, the pick of the bowlers, picking up 2 wickets and giving away just 15 runs. So, we head on to a short break. Dear viewers, when we come back, we'll have the Desert Raiders getting or inching to get the 150 in the allotted 20 overs. Stay tuned. So, again, a very good evening to all the viewers who are still live with us for the match between the Desert Raiders taking on the Saipem. So, Saipem, after having won the toss and electing to bat first, could only manage to get 149 on board in the 20 overs, courtesy to Farooq, Shiraz the captain, and Pramod Varghese at the end of the innings. And Desert Raiders now require 150 runs in the next 20 overs, 150 in the next 120 deliveries with 7.5 runs an over. So, in terms of the way Desert Raiders have played their previous matches, they should be able to get there. But what we see are Saipem having a good, strong bowling lineup. And beginning with their captain Shiraz, the spinner, the dominating spinner. So Kashif had done his job previously with the ball, and now he has the bat in hand with Amir at the non-striker's end and Shafiq, the man to start the over. The umpire, Mr. Shakil, says play, and here we are for ball number 1 in the innings of Desert Raiders. On the back foot, punched it towards the cover fielder. So they do not require to take any additional risk other than what they know that they can get. The Desert Raiders and Kashif, the experienced campaigner for them out there in the middle. The two men in the deep, one clearly you can see in the third man region, and the other at deep mid wicket. So first runs on the board, and Kashif off the mark. So what we have seen the pitch, it has a lot to offer for the spinners. You could see that clearly from the way the Saipem batters were going about their business. They hammered Ilyas all over the park. 60 runs is what he gave in the 4 overs that he bowled. And especially Haseen Sangeet, 13 runs in the 1 over that he bowled. So half of those runs have been scored against the pace bowlers. And on the other hand, the spinners have managed to done well. Nabil, Kashif himself, Sasanka, Pradeep. So they've pulled back the other half for the Desert Raiders. And here, Amir facing Shafiq. They can afford to have those calculations. That what we see when the batting side is chasing. They can take calculated risk. A good over, just a run in the first 4 deliveries for Shafiq. So what a good over, just a run. The way that Saipem would have liked to open the innings. Can Amir get a boundary here? Or was Shafiq get the better of him? Slower delivery, played on the onside. There was no one there. A bad delivery, I would say, from Shafiq, allowing Amir to get that boundary and get off mark. So end of over number 1. Desert Raiders 5 for no loss. So Mohammad Rizwan is the new bowler and spin straight away from the garden end. You can see the towels certainly do there on the ground. It's 5:48 local time in Kuwait, and we're live here from Sulaibiya cricket ground. Missed out on that one, Kashif. He wanted to play that into the gap between the extra cover and cover. So the two men in the deep, one at long off, the other at the cow corner region. Wait for the umpire's confirmation. Yes, leg buys. So an additional run in the form of extras. 19 extras is what the Desert Raiders had given Saipem, courtesy to which they could get to 149. It's not a big total to defend, but a decent one indeed for the Saipem bowlers, and they would be out there right from ball number one to make sure that they do not offer anything in the first 6 overs to both these batters. That's good bowling. Up next, we'll have the Royal Kings taking on the Selinko Express. The match to be started at 7:15 Kuwait local time. Selinko Express certainly would look to get a win over the Royal Kings and have the 2 points registered in this tournament. They have been away from that winning margin. That's a good shot as we speak. Will it go all the way for a boundary? Yes, it does. So Amir getting those boundaries for his team. Second boundary for him in the 6 deliveries that he's faced, and straight away some piece of advice for Mohammed. So the cow corner fielder is now moves a bit towards on the left side of his left side. If you can imagine the fielding position that he's in. A good effort, but he pushed the ball right away. They will get some additional runs. 2 is what they get. We'll have to look at the umpire's confirmation. Is it bat? Yes. He played that one on the onside. Did Amir. 7 runs off this over. Still have a delivery to go. The required run rate 7.6. So it will be a run to finish over number 2. Desert Raiders 13 for no loss. So Shafiq, the man to continue from the road end. Express pace, play and a miss. Yes, that pace is Shafiq to trouble both these batters, Amir. But what's important for him is the line. If he bowls with this pace and certainly in and provides a bit of width, bat to ball, and it could go flying towards backward point or over backward point in third man region. This is what I was talking about, pace and width on offer. That's boundary. Good shot from Amir. So the calculation is very simple. They need 8 runs and over, 7 and 7.6, but either they would get 7 or 8 without taking any unnecessary risk. So courtesy that shot, the backward point, as I said, is moved back. And the deep mid wicket fielder is brought back inside the 30-yard circle. So good captaincy from Shiraz. What a shot that is from Amir, but the long off fielder would certainly come to take it. So it was a good shot, looked good, but it only had the elevation, not the distance. So wicket number 1 falls for the Desert Raiders, and it is Amir who has to walk back to the dugout. So the new batter out there in the middle is Ravindu. So Amir, who had got the start for the Desert Raiders, has been sent back into the dugout. And it's all up to both these batters, Kashif and Ravindu, to go about the business from here on. And what pace Shafiq has been generating. So 4 runs of the 4 deliveries. For the Desert Raiders, it will be very important to not lose a wicket and get themselves under pressure. It's also sometimes while you're chasing, the nerves which come in. And play and a miss once again. I like the pace, dear viewers, from this young bowler Shafiq. We'll have his stats in a couple of minutes from here. So in his 75 innings, he's picked up 96 wickets. And his economy is 7.91, considering the fact that he bowls inside the power play. So this has been a good over. Just 4 runs off it and a wicket. End of over number 3. Desert Raiders 17 for 1. Muhammad Rizwan to continue. So it's pace and spin. In tandem appeal, he got an inside edge, or was it going down the leg? For a moment, everyone was excited. So the man to target now is Kashif. And what a confident shot there is from Kashif. But all of these shots have been finding fielders. He wanted to play it a bit wide off the long on fielder, but couldn't do so. One bounce to him. So this is KCC FRiENDi Mobile T20 Elite Championship 2nd edition. And we're in live for a match between the Desert Raiders versus Saipem. Saipem, after having won the toss, electing to bat first, and it's taken 149 in the 20 overs. Good shot again. There's no one in the deep. That would be a boundary. So Ravindu gets off the mark. 4 runs. What a good way it is. So in this over, they get 5 runs in the 3 deliveries. Muhammad Rizwan certainly wouldn't have expected this ball to go for a boundary. Nonetheless, we'll have a change in field. Looks like the mid off is dropped back to long off. Now there's again a change. He's kept in the 30-yard circle. So good comeback after that boundary. The current run rate 5.74. They've not been able to get that free flow of runs inside the power play. We'll be ending the 4th over after this delivery. And they've only managed to get 22 on board. The required run rate now moving up towards 8. 7.92 is what we see from here. Short, and that's ball. It kept low. And Ravindu played the shot way too early. So wicket number 2 falls for the Desert Raiders. It's the end of over number 4. They're 22 for 2. So Sad Sajjad is the new bowler. dangerous when it's his day. Saad Sajjad has the act of picking up wickets for his team, and his 4 overs will be crucial for the Saipem if they have to restrict the Desert Raiders under the required 150 runs. You see all the fielders converging in from the 30-yard circle as soon as the ball is bowled. They're lifting each one up high. Plenty of cheers out there in the middle. That's a good shot. He'll get a boundary for that. Kashif certainly would ease the pressure off him. He faced 7 deliveries, scoring just 2 runs, and with this boundary, he moves on to 6 in the 8 deliveries. So not a good delivery from Saad Sajjad. You can see he's wiping his hand. He's not been able to grip the ball. Courtesy that dew out there in the field. On the back foot, punched it hard. Fielder at extra cover. Manages to prevent the single there. Play and a miss. So outfoxed Kashif on that one. And you'll see more of this from Saad Sajjad. He's very dangerous to these right-handers. A good comeback after conceding that boundary. It's both 3 dot balls with the last delivery to go in this over. To be just a 1 to end over number 5. Desert Raiders 27 for the loss of 2 wickets. So Mohammad Rizwan, he's been asked to continue from the garden end. He's bowled well, 12 runs. He's picked up that wicket of Ravindo in the previous over. They want to come back for the second. Sasanka was not so interested on that one. So Saipem have managed to slow down the proceedings out there in the middle. The runs have not been flowing as easily except that occasional boundary that they get. But apart from that, not so much positive intent from the batters. The required run rate now moving up and above 8. It's 8.22. And with the way things are going, certainly it would reach to 9 in the next 3 to 4 overs. The fielding has also been exceptional so far from the Saipem fielders. Short on the back foot. Missed out, getting the inside edge. 3 good deliveries with just a run. And Sasanka certainly feeling that pressure. Shot again, played on the back foot, but straight to the cover fielder. So with every dot delivery, the required run rate is moving up. It was 8.22. It's now 8.51. One over this from Mohammed. Just a run. And that's a wicket. So can you believe that? What's happening here for the Desert Raiders? And spin definitely making its way out there. We saw that in the first innings and now in the second innings as well. Mohammad Rizwan picking up that wicket of Sasanka. It's wicket number 3. And Desert Raiders certainly in a spot of bother here. So Sergil is the man who's replaced Sasanka. And you can see attacking captaincy right in the middle. There's a slip as well as a gully. And that's what Shiraz, the captain, is known for. They want to come back for the second. It's risky. The non-strikers and missed. Mohammad Rizwan couldn't collect the ball cleanly. Otherwise, it could have been danger for Kashif. End of over number 6 and end of a power play. What a match this is proving out to be. Desert Raiders 30 for the loss of 3 wickets. So Sajjad is the man to continue. That was certainly straight. Lucky for Kashif, he got bat to ball. Otherwise, would have been a good chance for an LBW. And you could see the energies right away from the fielders as well as the bowlers. It's the end of the power play, so you have 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Not a good delivery from Sajjad. Short. Kashif, I would say, missed out on that one. Straight and full. This is what you would expect more of from Sajjad. He's not a bowler who would give you those loose deliveries. So everyone dominating, the batters there, the fielders especially, they're closing in from the 30-yard circle. A lot of cheering in the middle. But as we speak, what a good shot. But the long off fielder looks interested. Will he take it? He's dropped it. Could you believe that? It was a simple catch at long off. And Kashif certainly would survive. Sajjad not so happy. So is the captain Shiraz. So Chance goes down begging, and Kashif will be relieved. Beg your pardon, it was Sirjil who's now placed that ball behind square and he got that boundary. So Kashif survives and Sirjil does more damage in this over. 7 runs of it in the 5 deliveries. The partnership 9 of 6. Too early to decide how it will go. So the fielder at long off certainly looks to lament that drop catch. On the back foot, played towards backward point, good fielding. So it will be the end of over number 7. Desert Raiders 37 for 3. So the captain Shiraz decides to bring himself into the attack. What a spell this has been. It had been from Mohammad Rizwan from the garden end. And now it's all up to Shiraz. The men in the deep, long off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg. And a cover. There was a chance at cover. He played it on the full. Kashif. He survives yet again. So luck. He's riding on his luck today. And Shiraz would not be so happy with the effort from the cover fielder. Pulled straight, dead straight, and fired one in. The current run rate 5.18 would not help the cause with the way they are going. Our Desert Raiders, they need to get those boundaries, ease off that pressure off their backs. On the back foot, couldn't pierce the gap between backward point and point. So Kasif is looked to struggle 11 of 18. And in that he had a chance. He was dropped twice. So good wicket keeping there. He got an edge, but luckily saved that boundary as well. There was no one behind the keeper. So good over, just 2 runs with the delivery to go for the captain himself, Shiraz. Leading from the front today. To be a run to end over number 8. Desert Raiders 40 for 3. So Saj Sajjad came back into the attack. And it was Kashif once again playing on the long off region. And this time he has to depart. He cannot be lucky on a third occasion. And relief for Shiraz Khan as well as Saj Sajjad, who was dropped earlier by his teammates. So not a good start and not a good way that the Desert Raiders have been going about their business today. 4 wickets down inside before we are inside the halfway innings. And certainly the pressure as well as the run rate would be building. And as I said, Saj Sajjad and Siraj, they have that partnership, they have that understanding to bowl from both the ends. You saw that in the first edition when Saipem were playing about and going about their business throughout the tournament. And here it is, Sadiq is the new batter, the captain, Sadiq Qasim. You would love to see a slip in place. The players in the deep, long on, long off, and a deep cover. What a good delivery this is from Saad. So pressure, certain pressure on Desert Raiders. Spitting fire there with that spin. So the fielders in the deep, long on, long off, deep cover, deep mid wicket. Would all be interested. Smart enough, Sadiq would look to see off this bowler, but not to take any additional risk against him. He's a master of his spin. So can he finish it with a wicket maiden? You can see slip now been introduced. Farooq in the first slip. Trying to build pressure on Sadiq. Bowled it short. And he finishes off with a wicket maiden. What an over this has been for Saipem. End of over number 9. Desert Raiders 40 for the loss of 4 wickets. So you would see Siraj and Saj Sajjad bowling in tandem from each ends. And it's been a day for the spinners, dear viewers. The pitch has a lot of it to offer for them. Saw that in the first innings. The spinners picking up most of the wickets. And now here 4 wickets among the spinners. Saj Sajjad and Muhammad Rizwan. Now we have the captain Shiraz Khan. Shot played it smartly. Shirjeet. But they need to get those boundaries. 1s and 2s would not help their cause. We are almost there. 3 more deliveries and halfway done through the innings. The required run rate certainly would be 10 runs and over from then on. Play enemies certainly Farooq at the slips. Looks to be interesting. Cheering, you can see from the covers, the backward point, everyone up on their feet. So Shiraz continuing to bowl well. 4 runs in the 5 deliveries with the delivery to go. And the required run rate now is well over 10. Got a bat to it. We'll have to wait for the umpire's confirmation. Yes. So end of over number 10. Desert Raiders 46 for 4. And in the next 10 overs, they require 104 runs if they have to win this match. It looks a mountain of a task for them to do. If we consider the fact that the spinners have been spitting fire out there in the middle, Saad Sajjad, Mohammad Rizwan, Shiraz, the captain himself. We have a couple of more bowlers in this lineup who can provide the part-timers as well. Could come and bowl some overs of spin. Took it on the full. That's Sadiq, but he only managed to get a run. You can see that he's not been able to grip that ball. That's why it's bowled fuller as a full toss from Saad. On the back foot, they will only get that run. They need boundaries. Desperately they need boundaries. But the body language does not suggest that they are going for that. They are happy getting those ones. Will they leave it? Or will they go right till the end? Is what we expect to see with the way they are going. Play and a miss here. He's not been eating those balls. Sadiq Kasim, the captain, has faced 10 deliveries. He's just scored 3 runs, and his partner Sherjeel 13 runs in the 10 deliveries. They have to get a move on here. Chance falling just short of Saad. So he's been creating the opportunities for his team. The man out there in the deep, long off, long on. The cow corner. A deep mid wicket and a deep cover. So just 2 runs of the 5 deliveries. A good over once again from Saad. Look to finish off his spell. So what a spell this has been from him. 14 runs with a wicket. And end of over number 11. Desert Raiders 48 for 4. And the captain Shiraz continues. He was lucky there, just inside the trim line for it not to be given as a wide. Zayed Usman, the official. Clear lack of communication from the batters. That should have been an easy one. They hesitated. But courtesy that misfield from the backward point fielder Mohammad Rizwan, it is. They still managed to get that one run. On the back foot once again to Rizwan. He dives, prevents a certain boundary. Good fielding effort. You could see applause all around from the cap. But a bad throw from him. So negating that good effort. Again, looks like some communication gap between him and the point fielder. They wouldn't mind that. They have all the luxury there. These Saipem bowlers. They have to just prevent that boundary. The current run rate dipping under 5. It's 4.43. And has been taken, yes, by Farooq. So Sadiq, the captain, departs, and it's wicket number 1 for Sharif. Shiraz Khan Sharif picking up that wicket, and Desert Raiders lose wicket number 5. They are 51 for 5 after 11.4 overs. So the new batter out there is Hassan Arif. He would not have wanted to come on so early in the innings. The middle order batters now, it's up to them to get their team home. But as I said, it's a mountain of a task from here on. And with the way the bowlers are bowling, the spin bowlers especially. Have to wait a good looking shot, but there's fielder from long off coming. Has he taken it? He drops one. Could you believe that, Saad Sajjad? It was an easy catch out there for him. And Shiraz certainly not so happy with that effort. And Hassan Arif getting alive right away. He's still asking those questions, but it only finds silence from the long off fielder. Again, that's up on the air. The deep mid-wicket fielder. Will he take it or will it watch all the way? Yes. He could have attempted that one. Shiraz there, you could see he's asking questions. Again, he's not so happy with that effort from him. He couldn't hold on to the ball and eventually dropped back to 6. Yes, you could see that. He's angry. Definitely he should be angry. So nonetheless, it's the end of over number 12. Desert Raiders 57 for the loss of 5 wickets. So it's a new bowler, Joseph, will be replacing, not replacing those, Sajjad. It's finished off his spell. So he's coming bowling now from the road end. So, so we see medium pace now from the road end. That's a catch. Has it been taken? Yes. So a soft dismissal and a wicket right away for Joseph, and Shergill departs. He got a chance in the previous over, but here he has to walk back through the dugout. So wicket number 6 falls for the Desert Raiders. What are we witnessing here? Complete lack of concentration and focus from the Desert Raiders batters. It's only their second match. The first match against the Kuwait Swedish was washed away by the rain on 9th of January. They got a chance to play today and they've been disappointing with the bat. And courtesy to the Saipem bowlers, it's Haseen Sangeeta, who's the new batter out there in the middle. So here comes Joseph for ball number 2. And what a good follow-up delivery. So plenty of field changes happening. And they eventually settle for this one. Long off, long on. A deep mid wicket. A deep extra cover. Certainly the left hand, right hand combination would get them to make those changes. Falling just short of the long on fielder Shiraz, who's there. Short on the good length region. They'll only get that once, so certainly have they given up. Other Desert Raiders, the body language suggests so. They're only getting those ones. The required run rate now 12.2. After the end of this over, certainly it would be inching towards 13. On the other hand, Saipem would look to get those wickets as early as possible. It's been called a wide by the umpire, Shakil. This match is not over yet, but we need to see those fireworks for us to believe that Desert Raiders do have the chance to win this match. Oh, that's a missed stumping from the keeper. He's clearly outside his crease. Seen. Like first warning for the bowler. It's getting cold out there, dear viewers. The match between Royal Kings and Selinco Express is up next. We start at 7:15 Kuwait local time. So end of over number 13, or do we have a delivery to go? Looks like we still have a delivery to go. Yes, there were two wides bowled. Oh, there is one at point. Tried to get that catch. He dived towards his left. Good effort. Nonetheless, that's a boundary for Hassan Arif to finish off over number 13. Desert Raiders 68 for the loss of 6 wickets. So Mohammad Rizwan has been brought back into the attack to finish off his spell. He bowled well, with just 15 runs in the 3 overs. He looked to get a couple of wickets here for his team. Right away, he bowled short. The fielder did mid wicket. Can only watch it go. At 6 for Haseen. So we can certainly see the fireworks coming in, which will make us believe that Desert Raiders still have a chance to win this match. We need to see more of this in the coming overs. Not a good start for Rizwan up front, but he bowled short. A bad ball from him. Pitched it up. Lucky for him. And as he did not walk it behind square. There's no one back at the fine leg region. Again, short up in the air. This should be taken by the deep square leg fielder. Does he take it? No, he makes a mockery out of it. Again, Shiraz not so happy. So is the bowler. Everyone. The fielding or the catching has been very poor by the Saipem fielders. If they look back at one thing they have to improve is certainly their fielding, and right away the fielder will be replaced. Now it's the left-hander on strike. So there's a slip for Hassan Arif. On the back foot, pulled on the onside, the fielder at behind in the deep can only watch it go towards the boundary. So what a good over this has been. Certainly will give them the momentum to carry on from here on. So 11 runs off this over with 2 more deliveries to go, and both these batters now, Hassan and Asheen, look dangerous. They want to get that win. They want to get 2 points on the board. Try to go a similar route. Play and a miss. So fielder at deep backward square leg. It's been placed with those shots. So end of over number 14. Desert Raiders 79 for the loss of 6 wickets. The partnership 19 runs of 11 deliveries. And this is the partnership that gives us hope the Desert Raiders have a chance to win this match. So the required run rate now for the Saipem dominate for the Desert Raiders, beg your pardon, is 11.8. Looks like there's a change in bowling. Sherian has the ball in hand and he'll be bowling now from the road end. What a confident shot this is, but the long off fielder is interested. He should take it, yes, and he has taken it. So Yasin departs, and it's wicket number 7 for the Saipem bowlers, and Desert Raiders now in a shot of despair. The hope that we had that this partnership can give a fight back is losing its battle, and Yasin departs. It's Hassan Arif now, the danger man out there. But what can one person do? He needs his partners. And we hope to see that Ilyas proves one. But right now, the record run rate 12.17. Desert Raiders 79 for 7 in 14.1 overs. So the slip there in the form of Farouk. And is that play and a miss? Yes, that's been given out. Stumped by the wicket keeper. So that's wicket number 2 for Sherian. And Ilyas has to depart. So the umpire at square leg, Mr. Zahid Usman, had no hesitation on that one. It looks like the celebration proved out to be hurtful for the wicket keeper. So Sherian will be on a hat trick. And wicket number 8 departs for the Desert Raiders. Certainly the match looks to be over here for these batters. So the keeper back on his feet, showing the celebration, had him in trouble. So they will look to wrap up things as soon as possible. Are these Saipem bowlers? And the next two teams, Royal Kings and Selenko Express, have already arrived at the ground. They are up and running. We'll have the nominations. We'll have the Team 11 being decided by the captain. We start that match at 7:15 Kuwait local time. Bowled it short and wide. Wanted Pradeep to get the edge. So just a run in the 4 deliveries with the 2 wickets. Good display of bowling from Shireen. That's up in the air. The fielder mid off. Will he take it? No. He drops one. The mid-on fielder, beg your pardon, had a chance. And Sherian was not so happy. He could have had wicket number 3 in this over as well. Nonetheless, last delivery of this over. Once again, the fielder at long on looks to be interested. He should take it, and he takes it this time. So wicket number 9 departs for Desert Raiders. And they are just 1 wicket away, Saipem, to finish off things and finish off the proceedings in this match. End of 15 overs, Desert Raiders, 81 for 9. So it's Shiraz to continue, and water ball right up, spin straight away, spun sharply towards Hassan. So both these left-handers now, Hassan Arif and Nabil, slip there in the form of Farouk. Straight down the ground to just be a 1. They're looking for that wicket, are these Saipem bowlers. They want to finish off things and go back home celebrating. Celebrations certainly on the way, but how soon or later it will be depends on when they can get that wicket. And Shiraz will look to get wicket number 2. He has 2 more deliveries to go before he finish off his spell. It's a matter of when this match gets over. And that's bowled. So Desert Raiders all out for 84. And what a display of bowling this has been from Saipem. We'll have the match summary in a quick while. You can see there, dear viewers, Saipem, after having won the toss and electing to bat first in 20 overs, they could score 149 for 6. Shiraz Khan, 33 of 31. Mohammad Farooq, 28. Pramod Varghese, 22. And in the bowling department, you had Ilyas Ahmed, the expensive of the bowlers, 20 for 60. Mohammad Kashif, 2 over 15. And Pradeep getting the 1 wicket. And reply, Desert Raiders bundled out for 84 in 15.5 overs. Mohammad Hassan, Arif, 18. And there's nothing much to talk about the batters. Stanley Sherian, the pick of the bowlers, 3 wickets for 2 runs by only bowling 1 over. Mohammad Rizwan, 2 wickets for 26. And Shiraz Khan, 2 for 21. And Mohammad Shafiq, 1 for 9. So Saipem won this match handsomely by 65 runs. So we'll have to watch who's the man of the match of this match number 8 between Saipem and Desert Raiders. But the 2 teams getting ready, the Selenko Express as well as the Royal Kings. It's going to be an interesting contest, dear viewers, which starts shortly. So, yes, there's the confirmation. Shiraz Khan, the captain, is the man of the match, rightly so, for 33 runs that he scored and those 2 wickets that he picked up. So that's it from this match, dear viewers. Stay tuned. We'll be up with the innings, with the match between Royal Kings versus Selenko Express. Stay tuned.